It's raining again. Is it always raining here and still all of that snow? Welcome back and hello, Kim. The question is what to do now. There's a lot we should do, or we could do. We could go back to Martinez and tell the cryptozoologist. That will maybe be what we should do. But it's time to think about what we really should do. Finding our gun, buy something from Kuno, get into the secret passage, find about the tattoos. We could call Elise back. That would be a reason to go back. Yeah, we'll go back. And we'll call Elise back, and we're also going to tell the cryptozoologist. That's the plan we have now. It's the plan we have. We're somewhere here at the church. We need to go back to the Martinez waterfront. Come on, Kim. How far can it be? Oh, we cannot pass behind the church. We should still tell the programmer sooner. Maybe something about the arrangement. Or we should ask her if she needs help. We'll do that first. The day is still young. Tonight the streets are emptier. Maybe we should confront the empty streets.
Yes,
hello there.
What is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
We will tell her about it. Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
But maybe she can do it together with the ravers.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help you.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the boom boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for? Or the droids? Show her the production schedule.
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
Okay, so by your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
All right, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge.
Ah, okay.
I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Yeah, indeed. I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offside copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait, a note from whom?
She
Did it
freezes.
specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offside copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislov.
Jawiza. Of course! Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads.
A nearby ice cream maker.
Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Yeah, so... I found the ice cream maker, but it couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
It's a thing, something she holds dear. Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think that?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Uh-huh. It's probably a bit biased.
No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reims Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Okay,
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
So is she, why does she
Because
think that?
she's from
Okay.
Martinez, and people from Martinez have never
Yeah,
ever
okay.
seen a radio computer.
They don't
She
really
thinks it
like to get
emits-
with the
She
times.
literally started praying.
The lieutenant.
Once I came
Okay.
in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets
I just wanted to
and
make sure.
amulets.
Yeah, I know.
Wards.
What is an
It
offsite
looked
copy,
like some
and why do
Semenine
you
map.
need
It's a
this?
backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
Good question. Why is it still on
Oh
site?
god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
Oh, God.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
Stares at you with pleading, furious eyes.
This is clearly a painful topic for her.
Yeah.
She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
And here's my Qualsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything.
Oh, nice.
If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now, okay? The Qualsund. Let me see that. Ah, that's a tool, okay, I guess. We have a pry bar and we have the Qualsund. It's just better, I guess. So we'll have to go there. It's far away, but We'll go there and we'll see what we can do. Leave through the door. And I'm sure we can get there. There's still Ruby, but yeah, that's not important now. It's important to connect everything. Come on, Kim, we've got stuff to do. Where does this lead? Oh, where are we going now? That's the bridge back, right? Fisherwoman's village. Allez-vous-en. What's going on here? What are these doing in the fish? These? What are these? Oh, Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. That's new. And very helpful. Hey there. How do you
Waves
do?
are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I could suggest this, but... we could tell her about the motor carriage. That would be crazy. That's my motor carriage there.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It's a sign of the carnage to come, the great culling.
Quite the sign. An eyesore too. The situation calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all.
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. We'll do something with her together. Maybe we can build some rapport, you know. Organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
And Nordic music.
Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities, like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area.
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
You like the Capri funeral idea?
I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
Yeah, okay, as a suspect.
Okay. When did this person's... Oh.
Okay.
Yes, that's
We
the optimal
already
time. Got to make the most of the
talked
calm.
through that.
I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
sorry
yeah.
I couldn't help you out. Well, how
Yeah,
can I
that's it.
assist you then, officer?
Yeah, you too. We'll see each other when it's dark, maybe. When it's dark. Let's get back to the... Oh, I forgot. You're here too. How about a little chat?
You're back. Good.
Yeah, and we're also out of here again. Because apparently you're not interested in talking to us too much, but... We'll see you, Joyce. We'll see you there. We don't have not much time. I just wanted to see if you had an update for us, like we have for you. And what is here? Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. The Capri. Is that now? What? There was something here. There was something here. I've seen this. A cracking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Creaking ahead, yeah. That must be them. Is it still empty?
You've checked all the...
Yeah, alright. So let's get back to cryptozoology. And not only that. We also need the ice broken. And we need to call back to find out about the number on the victim's armor. To the actual working... What? Hey guys, what are you doing here? Fuck the world. You're the man to talk to, I see.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
There's a young man with piss written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, fuck the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you guys?
I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls then?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmetine, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are West Rivisholian crime syndicates.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
And what's so good about that?
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal, really?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Okay, Kim.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You know anything about the murder that took place here? No, let's do small talk. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Are you into Nordic dance music? I see you kids are into Nordic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Threat? Good. I like those. No. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
What is wrong with you? Now you're just empowering these punks.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs won't eat.
Oh god, Kim is so good.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
So boys, want to feed the dogs?
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
Why aren't there more skulls in here?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you now a part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough about this scullery.
Mm-hmm.
Throws a longing glance at the kinema. What's it with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have Pissft written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Too much information.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
It makes absolutely sense
What
to me.
I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Okay, and why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
Blow it up!
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey Kim,
Yes?
do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are two of us and two of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear? We should get these jackets.
For what?
What do people do with jackets? They wear them.
The concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate for an RCM officer, unless he's deep undercover.
But in theory, Kim, if we were to confiscate these jackets, which one would you wear?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I feel like I'm more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Yeah, that wouldn't be. Let's talk about the murder. We cannot retry this. Yeah. And that's just too much. We cannot do that. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit?
We should move along.
Please explain.
Knowing. We think that we know, but where does the thought originate from?
It seems that we can only think, but never know.
So you're telling me you don't know anything?
Precisely.
Well, talking with you has definitely been something. We should still try to get these jackets. Another time, though. For now, we're gonna listen to the rain and the waves from afar. See you soon, guys. We're gonna return here and ask you about the skull thing, and you, maybe too, and your fawn pants. Seem to be the best pants. And the motor carriage. Oh, Kim, what did you note down there? There's so much to do. We'll do it next time.